So I am just going to kind of go over Codecademy with you and week 3 of Electronic Design 2. So we're not meeting this week due to the holiday. We're starting those Codecademy lessons, the HTML, Learn HTML course specifically. So we're going to go log into codecademy.com and then complete the lessons. They should be free. You don't need to pay. If you want to pay, you can. If there's some things in there that you want to access that you can't access with a free account, you can definitely pay. It's not very much money, so it's up to you. But you don't need to pay. You just need to do the lessons and the Learn HTML course. You don't need to worry about taking the quizzes or doing the projects unless you want to, but you have to pay for those. And so I want you to complete all the lessons in the Learn HTML section of Codecademy. So if we just kind of go online and search for codecademy.com, we can go here, and then you can log in. And I usually log in with Facebook. It's just how I have done it. But you can use, your Gmail. You can use any of that kind of stuff. So basically, the Learn CSS course and the Learn HTML course is what we're interested in. So if we search here, if yours isn't showing up right away, just say Learn HTML. And it should be here. See, the Learn CSS is what we're going to do next week. So we're doing HTML, Learn HTML course. It's just the basics of HTML5 and start building and editing web pages. There's nothing else in here so you can just search for it to find it. You can click on that. Here's the syllabus. You can read over the overview. It's basically HTML is the foundation of all web pages. So you're going to kind of learn how to use HTML, common tags, structure, HTML pages, and just the skeleton of websites that you'll learn about. So the syllabus, if you click on the syllabus, this is where you'll find the lessons. So you'll need to do, lesson introduction to HTML, HTML document standards. You can skip the quiz and the projects. You have to pay for those. So I've actually done all of these lessons myself. But tables, there's an HTML one under there. HTML forms, form validation. So you don't need to do the quiz or the project, and then the lesson in semantic HTML. So I just want you to do those lessons. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lessons in the Learn HTML section or course here. So just complete those. It's pretty easy. So if we go into the introduction to HTML, since I completed it, I can back it up though. So basically the interface kind of looks like this. So you just basically have to read over here, welcome to the world of code, kind of tells you a little lesson. And then this is the instructions. In the code editor to the right, type your name in between H1. So I did that, typically yours will look more like this when you come in. And then this window is just to reflect. So if you push run here, it'll reflect the changes that you make. So yours will look blank, and you just follow along to the instructions and push run at the bottom. And then you'll see the what the code looks like in real time over here after you push run. And you kind of keep going. There is a cheat sheet. I strongly suggest not using it. I strongly suggest keeping yourself honest, keeping yourself on task, and actually doing these lessons the way that they're supposed to be done. Otherwise, you're just not going to learn it, and you need to know how to do this stuff in order to make your HTML and CSS web page later on, which is worth 10% of your grade. And plus these Codecademy's lessons are worth, I believe, close to 10% of your grade. So, but you're not going to be able to do that project unless you take these lessons seriously, and they're not hard. And if you get stuck on something and you just can't figure it out, I mean, you can look at this cheat sheet and that's what it's for, but don't use it just to get through and click through the lessons so you don't have to do it anymore and you get the grade. Because really, if you don't do these lessons, you're not going to be able to do the project, and you're not going to learn. And you're paying for this class, you might as well learn it. And so it's going to tell you a little bit about the anatomy. It's going to give you some instructions. And then, you just follow along and you just go into the next thing. And then they'll start having you write up a little bit of code slowly, and slowly you'll keep building and practicing and viewing over here what the changes in the code look like once you push run. And it'll kind of, it's a really nice interface for teaching people HTML and CSS, and it's free, and that's kind of why I liked it. So I think it works really well for students as long as you don't cheat, as long as you go through the process and really give it a go. So that is basically how you do that. And you just keep going, get through all of those lessons in the course, in the Learn HTML course. And then on, I believe, the next class period, I'm going to be collecting grades. So I'm going to need to kind of stand over your shoulder a little bit and be like, okay, can you show me your completed lessons? So you'll have to log into Codecademy on your computer and show me that you are 100% done, with all of your lessons. So, I'll be collecting grades the next time we meet, which will be the first time we've met in a while in this class. And so just make sure that you have this completed by our next class period. Okay, we'll talk to you later.